arts integrated lessons for the students and kids coming through and parents. And so we worked with Smithsonian, with USF, and then with the CAC, the Circus Arts Conservatory. And the beauty of it was that we would teach a lesson, for instance, on tight wire, and the science behind tight wire. And right after we would do that, the tight wire was set up right outside our circus tent, and they could watch the Walendas do a performance and understand it and really get much more out of the performance because they had that deeper understanding.
Which was an incredible experience for everybody that participated.
It was.
And now, but we still continue to work with USF.
We do, yes. And now they have a Florida statewide initiative, and so we are going to, last year and continuing on to this year, working with counties around Florida. So we've been to Fort Lauderdale, we've been to Jacksonville, we've been to Clearwater, we've been to Hardee County. It's called Paint Across Florida, and so we're going to different schools and introducing arts integration through USF.
And then what do you do with middle school students?
With middle school, we just ramp up the science. We have them come to the Sailor Circus Arena, though, so they can get a real kinesthetic feel for what it's like to be on the circus equipment. And then we pair that to Newton's 3 laws of motion.
Oh.
So they can get on a tight wire, walk the tight wire, and then we talk about center of balance and inertia and rotational inertia, all these exciting things. And they follow through with journaling throughout the day, and then usually go back to their classroom, and we will follow them there and kind of reiterate again the science using videos. And
so when you go into the classrooms to work with the students, do you go in full makeup?
We do, which is very exciting when you're working with 7th graders. You get a lot of rolling eyes. But the beauty of it is, though, by the time we're finished working with them, we're not, there's those weird adults in makeup. We have become, they understand that we really have a deep knowledge of the science, but also that we're artists and that we're much more than just somebody who's painted their face.
Now, so I'm sorry, I just got totally lost for 1 minute. What are your favorite aspects about going into the schools and working with the students?
I think it's just watching the aha moments, and not just from the students, but from the teachers as well. We have a lot of teachers that will say, "Oh, that's a great way to teach that concept. We're going to use that. I'm going to use that again." And we're lucky because we're teaching artists. I don't have a degree in education, but what I do have is hundreds of hours in classrooms watching teachers teach and being able to see so many different styles of teaching and being able to pick the best bits of each one of those teachers that we've worked with and use that to develop our style of teaching, which has been very helpful.
And how many people normally will go into a classroom with you or work with you on these projects?
It's usually myself and one of my teaching artist partners.
Now, when you do the machine, the full-size machine in the arena, how long does it take to put that together, and how many people assist you with that one?
Oh my goodness, we're already starting, and it's in January. So actually, I'm having something built right now, so that's why I'm saying we're already starting. For the actual build itself, it takes about 2 weeks to set it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the arena is basically closed for those 2 weeks.
No, because we can't discontinue training, so we work around the students that are training in the program, and then we will assemble and disassemble every day. So we'll do bits and pieces of the machine, set it up, work it out,
okay,
spike it on the floor. So we have tape marks on the floor where everything goes, and then move it off of the floor so that the students have the Sailor Circus students have a place to train.
So speaking of training, in addition to being the education manager, you also work with the Sailor Circus students and train and coach them as well.
Just the clowns. I do no training above the ground.
So what would a typical training session be with working with the kids?
Oh, they're at this point, the clowns that we have are all experienced, have at least 4 to 5 years of clowning under their belts. And so at this point, it's really more training them how to develop their own material
Okay.
and figure out how to do the bits where the funny is, as well as just reminding them about the physical aspects of clowning. But it's so rewarding to watch them because they're sponges. They just soak it in and they remember.
Yeah.
And every performance they do, because clowning isn't in a vacuum. You just can't clown in your living room and learn anything because there's nobody there responding to you. So when they actually go out in front of an audience, you can see them catching on. We've been saying this is how the timing goes, and then once they do it right and they feel the audience react to it, then they're, oh, that's what they're saying.
And that's what makes it all worthwhile.
Yes. And just watching them just soak in all that applause. And
so I know you used to, I'm not sure if you still do, take kids out, I don't want to say field trips, but we'll take them to like a care facility or other events. Is that still done?
It is still done. We started it during the summers, and I have gotten too busy now to do that.
Right.
And so our associate Aaron Watkins is working with our healthcare team, and he is now taking over that piece of it. And yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
Aw, well, maybe he'll invite you to go along sometimes too.
It was really a great experience because the kids, the seniors, of course, get a lot out of having kids in their space at the skilled nursing facilities. But for the kids to understand and become empathetic towards seniors in those spaces is really, really important for their growth.
So Halloween has just passed because this is in November.
Oh.
And this year, the movie It 2 came out, and there hasn't been any really scary clown stuff. Isn't that very exciting?
Yeah, that's true. You mean like the sightings of people, goofy people, in masks,
Because those people don't understand the true nature of clowning, the people that do that.
Correct.
So can you talk a little bit about like what makes clowning, the real clowns that perform, how it's in their heart and how it's for the goodness of people?
It's true. We're artists. Clowning is a type of theater, so we've trained long and hard. And clowns usually have music. They have, of course, theater. They have costuming. They have juggling and the physical aspects of it, like acrobatics. And I walked a tight wire. And besides that, just the being able to observe human nature and think outside the box and realize why human nature, why we do things, and then be able to shed a light to other people about why that is.
Yeah, right.
So, for instance, and I have done this myself, and I'm sure some of you have, you've got a cup in your hand, and you look at your watch, and of course the cup of coffee is now all over your shirt. Just those take those silly moments and make them fun and revealing towards the audience who might get angry at that instead of just like, oh, that was just silly.
Yeah.
And I always say, when I have students or kids that say, ooh, you're it, the clown, I always remind them that those people are truly bullies. They're not.
Right.
They're not clowns.
And you, as a clown, your makeup is not, you don't wear the full white face makeup. You have very little makeup on.
Right,
For you,
yes.
It's all your demeanor that really makes you adorably funny.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, all the clowns at the Circus Arts Conservatory wear very light makeup.
Right, and that's, so you can see the true person coming through.
Exactly.
And I think that's wonderful. And it's also better for children.
Yes.
Because they can see the true person underneath.
Right, yeah.
So is there anything you'd like to add that we didn't cover? We didn't cover Olivia and the circus. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't get to.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's all on the website, though, so they can look up and find out what else we do if anybody's interested.
So basically, you can go to circusarts.org and go to the Education tab, and you can see all of the other programs that Karen is in charge of and has developed. And if you are interested in tickets to any of our shows, which those tickets went on sale November 4th, also go to our website, and that address is circusarts.org. And we are happy that Karen came to visit with us today. And I would just like to remind everybody that they should make all your days be circus days. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.